Hello, this is Raina with LYLO Crafts, and today I am coming on to go ahead and make some tags and journal cards that are going to go in this botanical journal that we have been working on together. Last time when we met, we started filling the pockets, and then I realized I didn't quite have enough stuff. And so I have put together some things to make the ephemera, so that shouldn't take us too long. And I just wanted to show you some of these general tools that I've got out on my desk that we might use. So paper trimmer, square rounder, regular corner rounder, like small ones, scissors, a hole punch, distress ink, a must, and I've got this box that I keep that has all of my bits and pieces of lace and trims that I keep. And you know, the lid does go on. This is a Dollar Tree bin, so I love this. So let me clear this and clear the deck so that we can get started on making our first ephemera piece. So the first piece I have is this big card that I found. It's actually an Anna Griffin card. What I did was I used the corner rounder to square off the edges, and I've already inked it, not on the inside, but on the front and the outside. And I wanted to use this little birdie embellishment like I told you that I wanted to last time that we made it together. So I've got this little piece of trim here, and so I'm just going to put some of my art glitter glue, and I am putting it on the book page stuff as well as the center piece here. And I wanted to put it more towards the top, just like that. And then if you have any like dried baby wipes, these are really good for like mopping up the excess glue that might come out. And then I've got this sweet little birdie. Oh, I just think that is beautiful right on there. So what I am going to use to attach this, you could certainly use Fabri-Tac, but in the instance of time saving, I am going to use my hot glue. All right, I've got that all glued in place. So ephemera piece number one. Okay, my next one, oh, this is a real simple one. This is a cut off of cover for some wrapping paper that was inside, and it's a long and skinny tag, and it has this beautiful botanical print. So what I wanted to do was to go ahead and trim the bottom edges. And I'm really loving this little square punch. And when you do something to the corners so that they're not flat, they do slide in and out of the pockets a little bit easier. And what I wanted to do was to take this sweet little edge puncher and top this that way. So pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and ink the edges of this. And I'm sorry my fingernails are a mess. I spent several hours yesterday working in the yard, and so I definitely worked hard and ruined my nail polish. Okay, all right, so that is ephemera piece number two. Then I have ephemera piece number three. Now, I love this little piece of paste, and I thought, wouldn't it be neat if we could put this paste on here? So the first thing I want to do is to round these corners, and this time I'm gonna go with my 1/2-inch corner rounder to really make it stand out versus the 1/4-inch side. So I'm going to round all those, and then I'm going to ink. And this is a great way to use up if you guys have any old card bases laying around. This is such a wonderful way. I mean, it makes a beautiful journaling spot on the inside. That is for sure. Well, how are you guys? I hope that you are well. And are you doing anything special for the Memorial Day holiday? I have more yard work in my future. Okay, so here we go. So my husband recently had to have 2 surgeries. And so it really made me realize we live on 3 acres. And so it made me realize how much work he has been doing in the yard. And so what we're trying to do is think of ways that we could minimize the amount of manual labor that he has to do for these 3 acres. Okay, I like the way that that looks, and so I'm going to go around the edge. I wonder how this burlap would look. I am definitely into burlap right now. You guys are probably laughing about that, but I don't know what it is about this burlap. Now, it's got to be the texture that I love about this. I'm going to cut this finished edge off just so they match on both sides. What I'm doing is just trying to even up the edges, and now I'm going to go ahead and fray. What I love about this wide weave burlap is it is so easy to fray and make the edges look so cool. Do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is tack down this burlap. Be careful when you are putting down hot glue with any kind of fabric that you don't burn yourself. So I'm using this silicone spatula that I got off Temu for that. So I stamped a bunch of words out of the, the parts of the book page that are blank that we tend to not utilize. So it was really fun. I just stamped. And so now I have some great sentiments to be able to add to some of my projects. So I like that word, moments. Wonder if it needs a label behind it. So let me see here. Okay, I like that. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and glue this down. That line down. Okay, then I'm going to, even though this label is sticky, it's a sticker, I definitely want to add some hot glue because it's going over burlap, and things don't really love to stick to burlap. And I'm going to try to get to the edges of that. Okay, put those down, and then let's see here. Okay, I think that's very sweet. I'll put these little flowers right here. So, hot gluing that down, just like that. Okay, so we've got number 3 done. Okay, then I made these little envelopes out of book page, and all I wanted to do was to pick out a couple of Project Life cards that could go in this. And I like these green colors here. 1, 2, and let's see, do we find a third one? I like that, grow where you are planted. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put these 3 in here. And this is gonna go behind a belly band. So I don't even think it needs a closure. Okay, so that's that. All right, moving on. Number 4. Okay, so this is part of a master board, and it looks like it needs a little more glue. So what I thought would be great on here is a little bit of doily. Maybe just like that. That's very pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm not very good about cutting on a straight line, so I'm gonna make a little fold and then cut this little doily. Okay, and I'm gonna use my art glitter glue on here, and all I'm doing is trying to glue on the thicker parts. It is definitely harder to glue a doily down. So I'm gonna do that. So I love the thin nozzle tip that Art Glitter Glue has. Perfect for that, don't you think? Okay, let me make sure I got all the way to the edge on these. And then I'm just gonna trim this off. And I did get new scissors. I got these from Temu. And so far, so good. I'm gonna try and be better about trying to clean them off at the end of the crafting session. So my other ones have glue on them. So I tried Goo Gone, but it still didn't quite get it all out. Okay, so I've got that down. And then I have this sweet hydrangea that I wanted to put on. And I fussy cut this out. This is an image that is from Canva. It's one of their free images. So if any of you are wondering where you get images, Canva is one place where you can get them. Okay. So I'm new to, I do my thumbnails in Canva, but I'm so new to working with digitals, so I'm still learning myself. Okay, all right, press that down, okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and ink around the edges for the final touch. Maybe even on the edge of the doily, just so that it will stand out a bit. Okay. Seems like it needs like a little bling or something before I put that away. I think I'm just gonna put it right down here at the bottom. And okay, there we go. Okay, very, very sweet. Okay, so we got that one done. Okay, got another one. I have these little cards, and I have this leftover piece of paper that I have already printed out. All right, and then I'm just gonna especially try to go along the edges, because we don't want those coming up, especially if you're not gonna sew it down. Okay, so I might sew this tag. So, okay, and we will trim the edges, and let's use the corner rounder. I'm going to do the big side. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, and what I think I want to do is to weave some string in here on the top. So I just thread the string through the side one more time, and I'm gonna go ahead and tie this in a knot. First, then I'm gonna tie a bow, go a hair smaller, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna cut these little ends off. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little dab of hot glue on the knot so that it doesn't come undone. Okay, I think that is so sweet. Now we could put like a bigger label down here. I think if I put something down here, it would take away from the top. So right now I'm gonna call this done, and then we will see when we go to put it in the journal if it needs more. But you know what? It does need ink on the back. And I don't even mind that part of the Viacom is showing, because you know, these are junk journals where you are repurposing items as well. But if that bothers you, you could certainly have covered this up with a little bit of coffee dyed paper or any kind of paper that you would like. Okay, so we've got that one, and we've got one more to do, which is this gorgeous sunshine, again for a tag. So I am gonna put it over here, and I do want to catch that little dotted line up there. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my art glitter glue, but it doesn't want to come out. So I am switching to like my Fabri-Tac, and we'll put this on. Okay. All right, I love that. Now, what I'm gonna do is use my paper trimmer to go ahead and cut this. So I want those little yellow dotted lines to show. So I'm gonna cut it there. Okay, so now we've got our sunshine, and then let's use our corner rounder, and we will go with the smaller ones. I've got my little tag topper here, and let's see here. I'm gonna go with this larger one. So this is just a template. I just glued several of these little cards together because they're nice and thick cardstock. And okay, the other thing I want to do is I want to put in this is called a slot punch, but it does make, I love the way that that looks. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and ink inside. Okay, so I've got that, and that is a sun. So I was thinking like, hello, sunshine. So, or I also have the word shine, which we could kind of put up here, or we could do shine. Choices, choices, decisions, decisions. I wish I could hear you. You're probably saying, go with shine, because I think I'm gonna do hello. Hello, sunshine, or hello, like good morning to the day. Okay, so I've got that, and let's see, what can we add? Okay, I think I'm gonna add a bow at the end of it. So what I'm doing is just, I have a video on this. I'm making a triple bow, but you could do a double bow, a single bow, but because it's baker's twine, I am doing a triple bow because it's gonna be thin. And I'll put a link to the video below because I know I tried to do this fast, so that if you want to see how to go ahead and tie a double bow or triple bow, however many bows you want. Oh, I think that is so cute. Okay. All right. So we've got hello, sunshine. We've got our yellow bow, and I'll put something in the middle there. Okay, because this is thin, I am going to use my glue stick, my Oohoo glue stick on it. Okay. All right, I could have inked around it too. I wonder if it's too late. Let's try. So now I'm gonna put this sweet little bow down here. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, I'm gonna use this tiny little heart bling in kind of this soft yellow right there for the middle of the bow. Okay, I have this sweet yellow rickrack, so I am gonna use that on the top. And I'm just gonna tie that in a knot. It's so cute. I love rickrack. Do you guys like rickrack? Oh, I love me some rickrack. And now we've got this, and what I'm gonna do is add a dab of hot glue right behind the knot down here so it stays in the middle. Is absolutely adorable. What I think I'm gonna add some stickles. What I'm gonna do is put a little stickles just on the underside of the yellow to emphasize the rays that are coming out. I think that'll look so sweet when it dries. Okay, and I'm just following the underside of these little beautiful rays. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, before you head on out, I would so appreciate if you could give my video a thumbs up and comment. Tell me which one is your favorite one of these that we made together. And here they all are. So we've got the sunshine. We have this one right here. We've got this one with the gold tied over the top. We have this one which has paste. And we've got this one which is punched with a tag topper. And we've got this sweet journaling card. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.